Hi, I'm Adam Lovelock and welcome to this week's Whiteboard Weekly. So this week we're going to look at the importance of keep warm emails, maybe otherwise known as email newsletters. The key thing is it helps you to keep in contact. So if you think of all of the leads that you've generated over a massive period of time, very few companies are very good at keeping in contact with all of those people. And believe me, it does work. We work with a franchisor at the moment who's just sold a franchise to someone that first inquired 6 years ago. And they actually haven't been in contact with them for 6 years, but they've remained on a mailing list. They continue to get regular contact. And when the time was right for them, they've come back and they've invested. And that probably would never have happened if they didn't have a really good Keep Warm series running to keep people engaged. So what to include in really good Keep Warm emails? Well, firstly, case studies, success stories, franchisee testimonials, anything that's going to continue to feed good news through to all of these prospects, which probably at some point have gone cold. Latest news, success stories, FAQs, a key one. So if you're doing franchise recruitment, this could be for core business, but in franchise recruitment marketing, for example, really lists down all of the questions that people ask most of the time, because they may be topical, they may be questions which these prospects have had but have never quite had answered. So really try to answer some of the key questions you get asked within the sales process. And then calls to action. So most newsletters I see actually are quite good at covering this top stuff here, but not so good at having call to actions. And ultimately, if you don't tell people what you want them to do, they're probably not going to do anything. So typical calls to action in a franchise recruitment newsletter may be your up and coming discovery dates. It may be a new guide that you have that you want them to download, something to bring an action in, which then allows you to recontact them. So how do they fit within your sales process? Well, they probably don't actually. There's something that happens after your sales process. You probably have a process that you take every new lead through, and at some point you decide that lead is cold or you're not going to continue to try and contact them. And at that point, that's when you would put them into your Keep Warm series. Key thing, make the content snackable. So people aren't going to read tons and tons of information on your email newsletter. You want really quick, concise messaging which people can engage with and spark an interest. Frequency, it's down to how often you can create content. An ideal newsletter would be once a month. If you have loads of content, you could do it fortnightly. If you really struggle to put the content together, even quarterly, it's just making sure you have that regular, consistent content. And once you start, make sure you keep them going. And finally, the aim. So your newsletter really is just a vehicle to try and get people to click onto your website or click somewhere else where you can take them to find out more information and where they can engage with you. So all the time when designing the email, making sure you have really clear call to actions and buttons that people can click on to then take them through to find out more information or indeed, hopefully, contact you. So if you have any questions about Keep Warm emails or any other videos that you'd like me to create for Whiteboard Weekly, please comment below.